Welcome back to Urban Legends and Myths Explained, where we dive into the shadows of the world's most captivating folklore, mysteries, and myths, peeling back the layers to find the truth or lack thereof. I'm your host, and today we're sailing into the murky depths of Scotland's Loch Ness to uncover the enigma of Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster. Is she a prehistoric survivor, a clever hoax, or something stranger? We'll explore the ancient roots, modern sightings, debunked evidence, and why this creature still captures our imagination. Grab your binoculars. This one's a deep dive. Let's get started. Picture yourself on the shores of Loch Ness, a 23-mile-long, 700-foot-deep lake surrounded by rugged hills and mist. It's early morning, the water still as glass, when suddenly you see it. A long, serpentine neck rises from the surface, followed by humps gliding through the water, before vanishing with barely a ripple. That's the Loch Ness Monster, affectionately called Nessie, a creature said to lurk in this Scottish loch for over 1,500 years. Described as a plesiosaur-like beast. Think a long-necked dinosaur with flippers. She's become a global icon, drawing thousands of tourists hoping for a glimpse. But Nessie isn't just a monster. She's a mystery that sparked scientific expeditions, hoaxes, and endless debate. The legend begins in the 6th century with Saint Columba, an Irish monk who reportedly encountered a water beast in the River Ness in 565 AD. According to his biographer, Columba commanded the creature to spare a man it attacked, and it fled. This is potentially the first Nessie sighting. This story, recorded centuries later, ties into ancient Celtic myths of kelpies and water horses, shape-shifting spirits that lure people to watery graves. But Nessie, as we know her, exploded in the 1930s, when a road built along the loch's shore made it more accessible, sparking a wave of sightings. The modern myth kicked off in 1933 with a sighting by George Spicer and his wife, who claimed to see a 25-foot creature with a long neck crossing the road, carrying an animal in its mouth. That same year, the famous surgeon's photograph surfaced, taken by Robert Kenneth Wilson. It was a grainy image showing a neck and head rising from the water, published worldwide. It fueled Nessie mania, but in 1994, it was exposed as a hoax, crafted with a toy submarine and a carved head. Variations of Nessie's form persist. Some see a single hump, others multiple, or even a serpent-like body up to 30 feet long, often dark green or gray. Sightings kept coming. In the 1960s and 70s, the Loch Ness Investigation Bureau used sonar and cameras, capturing blurry underwater shapes dubbed flipper photos in 1972, though later analysis suggested they were inconclusive. In 1987, Operation Deep Scan swept the loch with 24 boats and sonar, detecting large, unexplained objects moving underwater, but nothing definitive. Recent claims, like a 2019 photo of a large shape or 2023 drone footage, keep the legend alive. With over 1,150 recorded sightings by 2025, tourists flock to Loch Ness, boosting local economy with Nessie-themed hotels and cruises. Nessie's popped up in pop culture too, from The Private Life of Sherlock Holmes, 1970, to Scooby-Doo and the Loch Ness Monster. She's a star of films, books, and games. Even Harry Potter's lake creature, the Grindylow, draws from Nessie-like myths. But the real draw is the science, or lack of it. Believers argue Nessie could be a surviving plesiosaur, trapped in the loch after Ice Age waterways closed, or a giant eel. As a 2019 DNA study found abundant eel DNA in the water. So, what's the truth behind Nessie? Skeptics say most sightings are misidentified logs, waves, or otters. Even Loch Ness's depth and murkiness play tricks on the eye. The loch's size, which is big enough to hold 10 times the UK's human population, could hide a creature, but no bones, carcasses, or clear photos exist. Others see Nessie as a cultural artifact, blending ancient water spirit tales with modern tourism and media hype. The 2019 DNA study found no plesiosaur evidence, but giant eels remain a theory, though unlikely to explain large humps. Nessie endures because we want to believe in mysteries in an age of science. That's the enigma of the Loch Ness Monster, a legend that swims between fact, fiction, and folklore. Is Nessie out there, or just a ripple in our imagination? Tell us in the comments. Like if you're Team Nessie, and subscribe for our next tale, the bloodthirsty chupacabra. Thanks for watching, stay curious, and maybe keep a camera ready by the water.